Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing well. So today's video is going to be about Jesus. So many people think that Jesus was actually poor and didn't have a lot of things, and he just lived day to day, not knowing what he was going to do from one day to another. And this isn't true. He actually had things. He lived very well. Um, Some of the clues, actually, even though the Bible doesn't really tell you too much about his personal life, there are certain things and clues in the Bible that you can be aware of. So it wasn't that Jesus was materialistic, he actually enjoyed the things that the 3D world provided. I mean, that is part of the experience of being here, is being able to experience what is in the world, whether it's food, wine, people, relationships, clothing. There weren't cars back then, but if there were cars, believe me, he would have a decent car to have fun in. Okay? So, what I want to do is actually read a couple scriptures. And the first one is going to be Matthew 27 and verse 35. Okay. Matthew 27:35, where it says, "And when they had crucified him, they divided his garments among them by casting lots." Now, ask yourself, why would they even bother with his garments? Why would they even cast lots on them? Was it just for prophecy or what? Okay, now let's go to John chapter 19 and verse 23. And that says, "When the soldiers had crucified Jesus, they took his garments and divided them into four parts, one part for each soldier, also his tunic. But the tunic was seamless, woven in one piece from top to bottom." Now, I know most of you don't know much about clothing back then, but let me put it to you like this. Jesus had some very nice clothes. Jesus was not suffering. He was not living in poverty, okay? That's why if you read this and you see that that tunic was seamless, woven from top to bottom, that is some quality clothing right there that the average person would not even have any opportunity to own. And another thing, people want to say, "Oh, it means something." No, he had nice clothes. He enjoyed nice things. But these soldiers actually knew he had nice things. They weren't casting lots on his clothes because his clothes were old, tattered, or just average. They weren't. And it wasn't because of who Jesus was. Because think about it, they just nailed him to a stake as a criminal. They weren't saying, "Let's get a piece of this, God's physical representative or God's son or this prophet or anything like that." They wanted a piece of his nice clothes because that was not something that they could get in a normal situation. So I just wanted to bring that out for today. There is nothing wrong with having nice things. You just have to keep it balanced and in perspective. You don't want that to be your goal in life. And that Jesus understood as well. Enjoy your life. Work hard. Enjoy what you gain from that. That's why the whole mentality of living just getting by that the witnesses try and portray and don't want you to, reach further and have things. And that mentality is not correct. Jesus wouldn't have even approved of that. So many are like, "Well, why did he say I'm no part of the world?" I'll get to that in my next video. Okay? Till then, I hope you're all doing well. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Bye.